with the 5 members of Backwoods Creek for the Forge Ahead initiative. How are you guys? Please introduce yourselves to us.
Hello, I am Jamie. I do some singing in the band.
Good. That's a good start.
Hi, I'm Yannick. I play guitar and some backing vocals.
Excellent.
Hi, I'm Dean. I also do a bit of guitar and do some BVs back there as well.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Camille. I hit stuff and do a little bit of singing too.
You hit stuff?
Yeah, that's how I introduce myself. I'm a drummer, sorry. I should clear that up.
I don't regather that. You're not hitting your bandmates or anything.
No, I hit things, not people.
He
It's all good.
happens
That in private. I'm
Yeah.
George. I play the low notes. I'm bass player, and I do some singing as well, which is cool.
Well, I'm really pleased to meet you.
So,
You know, I know that you all met at university. So why don't you tell us sort of how that happened and when you formed as a band?
Yeah, sure. I'll take that one. We kind of started off almost as a duo in 2015, I think it was, maybe even earlier than that. That's when we put our first bit of music. So it was me and Yannick. We met at university at ACM. Camille was there as well, but I don't think I actually met Camille until after university was finished.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And then as it kind of moved forwards, Dean, who's a bit of a young'un, he went to ACM a couple of years later than us.
How old are you, Dean?
oh well,
15.
I'm not so young now, but I'm 24 now. But when I met these guys, I was like
I
2.
love it. You're not so young now. I'm 24. Still young.
He's a little wee baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after that we met Dean. I think I met Dean. I think we were working at a music shop together. That's how we met. And he was just shredding on the guitar, and it was like, well, he has to be in the band.
Yeah, why
Natural,
not?
yeah.
And then finally, last year before last now, Jesus,
Yeah.
time is moving on. We met George. I don't really know what to say about George.
And how do you meet George? Was that just a random meeting?
No, so we parted ways with an old bass player, and I just thought I was trying to think of bass players that I know that are like really good and really like going for the music thing.
And you
Think of
couldn't
anyone.
find any, so you thought, let's call George.
Exactly.
That's how it was. Yeah, that's how it was.
I went through my messages and saw who'd been messaging me loads, begging to be in the band, and George was there. So.
We crossed paths on a gig or two, and yeah, he sprung to mind in the end, and thankfully said yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It was touch and go.
There's a lot of
I'm
touching.
pleased for you that you joined. Now, you describe yourselves as country rock and roll from London. So, where does this country influence come from? Because when you think of London, you don't automatically think of country music.
Go on, Yannick. That sounds like your question.
That kind of started from, when I met Jamie. So when I met Jamie in college, he was really getting into country music. So artists like Brad Paisley, Zach Brown Band, Eric Church, and that kind of rubbed off on me. I started getting into it. And when we were sort of jamming together, we started writing in that style. Now, moving on years later, we've kind of evolved more to what our earlier influences were, which is basically just hard rock, that kind of stuff. So we're kind of merging a bit of what we like in general. So that's kind of been a natural progression for us.
I think,
Yeah.
it's very much been a case of, I think all of us had some influence of country initially. I know that Dean's big into it. George's loves everything. And Camille's one of those people that can just drum any genre he wants to drum. And it was just a case of we kind of consciously played country for a few years. And as Yannick said, recently we've just been playing what we want to play, I guess. And so that is a culmination of country, rock. There's some, I guess, pop elements. There'll be some funky elements. There'll be some even reggae elements in it. It's just like a little combination of all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, country rock and roll seem to be
And that's
the
definitely
main thing.
something we're seeing more and more of at the moment, that combination of country with hard rock and blues and a whole sort of mishmash put together. and bands aren't afraid to experiment and to actually mix those genres up, and with really, really good results. So, you're obviously another example, one of those bands that's able to do that. Tell us what the Creek Cave sessions are.
Oh, go on, George. That sounds like you.
Oh, well, we just like to have fun with some songs, maybe some of our favourite songs of the month or what we're really into at the moment, and we pick songs that think that will go down well. So basically we pick a song, we learn all the parts, we video ourselves, we send it to our great friend Wayside Productions, Rob, who does some like magical editing on it. The guy is a wizard. And we just try and have fun and yeah, especially when at the moment we can't gig, we can sort of make the viewing at home for people entertaining by us being entertaining. So we've done School of Rock, which was the best.
There's no bias whatsoever.
Yeah. So we pick tunes that we like and we think that are good fun to play and learn, and we just want to give people some entertainment as well as always have fun with it as well. So it's like, yeah, pick a tune, play it, see what happens, and if people like them, then we do a bit more. But yeah, they're good fun.
That sounds great. I mean, you've got a new single coming out as well. So it's called Morphine. It's out on the 5th of February. So why don't you tell us about the new single?
Go on, Dean.
So yeah, new single Morphine, 5th of February, and it's been sort of in the works for a little while. We wrote it at least started writing it in the back room of some venue somewhere. It was like upstairs in this sounds so cliche, but it was some sort of shack-looking barn thing. And we were just chilling in there writing this tune, and this is true as well. I don't make this up. This guy walks in who'd just been playing downstairs, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's not sound too bad." And we'll later realise this guy is Mick Jagger's brother, and we're thinking, oh well, if he's thinking it sounded all right, then maybe we should keep going with this one. So that's how it sort of started, and we brought it to the guys. We being myself, Jamie, and Yannick. We brought it to George and Camille, and just started adding to it, building on things, and it became sort of this, I guess, new Creek anthem, which we've only been able to play live once due to all of this. So we are going to be looking very much forward to playing it when all this is over with. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Which brings me on to my next question. I mean, what are your plans for the rest of the year once lockdown is hopefully, behind us?
Oh man, that needs to go to our business manager, Camille.
Our resident seated person in the band. It's kind of why it's still a bit up in the air for us at the moment. So we have a few sort of really kind of, I guess, fairly small gigs booked locally in Guildford, where we used to play quite often. There's a venue called the Star Inn where we're playing, but again, it's kind of, I think that's in April, and it's still a bit up in the air. But at the moment, we're just trying to just continue push as much content as we can out. We've got some rather ambitious music video plans that we're kind of having loads of band chats with, especially with with Rob, our video editor, and basically the brainchild of all this sort of madness that's happening. So that's going to take up a lot of time, but hopefully everyone's going to sort of really dig it because we're kind of going all in on it. And then once we can, I guess properly be in a room together, because we're all sort of spread out around the country, we'll get back on doing live streams as much as we can, because we started doing that towards the back end of last year and found that people really were really into them. We found a really cool space and sort of dressed it up a little bit and kind of went the full hog, like mic'd everything up and didn't really sort of skimp out on stuff, which is cool. A few little kinks to work out with that, but hopefully we can get back to that ASAP.
I mean, live streams are great. People need music and entertainment at this time, but it can't be the same for you as going and actually performing live. Can't have that same adrenaline and thrill of it being on a stage. So I hope you get to do that soon enough, and that we get to see you out on the road.
Oh, for
Definitely.
Sure.
Totally, yeah, we'd love to. Yeah.
Well, look, we're delighted that you're part of the Forge Ahead initiative and wish you all the very best. Take care, guys. Lots of love. Big hugs.
Thank you very much.
All of you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks so much.
Very welcome.
Cheers.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
This is rock and